I was about 10, 11 I think at the time, and my dad and family, my uncles, they all used to watch it. And then there was Lennox Lewis v Mike Tyson in about 2001ish I think it was, and we wanted to watch it. Me and my sister wanted to watch it, and we got sent to bed because it was in America. I was that age, and they woke me up to watch the fight. So I come down in the morning, like early hours of the morning, come down and watch the fight, and then after that I was in the gym on the Monday, basically. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I had seen bits and that before, and I started off going judo actually, so I was sort of had a foot in the door of that genre of sport, if you like, and then I started high school and met a couple of lads that were going boxing, Tamworth boxing anyway, and then that fight was on and it all came together, so I put the judo kit away and got a pair of gloves on. Well, I just started high school, so it would have been, I think I started in 2001, so I was in year 7, so what are you, 12, 13, maybe 12.
And then, did you just train for fun, or did you do it competitively?
No, well, I went up really, still a bit like in the dark about it all. I knew I liked it and found it interesting as such, but I went up and I seemed to take to it well, and then I had 3 months training, and then Alan, my coach at the time, he put me aside and pulled me aside and just said, we've got a show, a home show at Drayton Manor in however many weeks it was, and that was that. So I was boxing and Drayton Manor for my first one. I remember it like it was yesterday. His name was actually Liam Gallagher. He boxed for an amateur gym called Plek ABC, and I remember it all. I remember warming up and I was so nervous, and I felt like I was close to just telling Alan at the time. It's like, I didn't want to do it, I couldn't go through with it and that, and then I sucked it up and went out and boxed, and I actually stopped him in the second round, so that helped with nerves and stuff, and I felt really good about it and never really looked back since then. I'm sure that was 2001, 2002, that season, because it starts in sort of September as an amateur. So it was that season. I boxed at Drayton Manor and I was about 30 kilogram in weight, I think. Well, I'd had towards 50 bouts in total. I boxed a few people a few times, so like we both beat each other and stuff. But I was about a half and half, I think, as an amateur. A couple of stoppages, got stopped a couple of times. Won 5 or 6 Midland areas in championships. I represented like England in a tournament in Denmark and won a gold over there in Copenhagen. Boxed Josh Warrington, who's now a world champion as a pro, and Billy Morgan, I boxed him as well in a championship final. Made a couple of finals, made a novice final when I was really young as well, and that. So it was good. A lot of experience, a lot of memories, travelling all over England and on a little old minibus, running around different shows and stuff. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was about 2005, I think. There was a group of us went over. A few from Tamworth went over, and we could have potentially boxed 3 times in 2 days. I think it worked out, something like that. And we got put up in like a high school. All these different teams did, and we all slept in a classroom. And then I boxed and won the gold medal there. Yeah, of course, I think every parent would be, but once more so my mum than my dad, but they came and seen me box and seen I was pretty good at it and that, and they were quite upbeat about it really, and they were glad I was there and doing something, rather than like some youths today, like being out on the street up to no good sort of thing. Well, I've got where I'm at as a pro now, and I've got my goals and what I want to achieve. I've got my vision board, I've got a picture painted in my head, and that's what I'm aiming at. So come next year, I'm hoping for even more so bigger and better things than that. Hopefully sponsors and support can still be there, and sponsors can stay on board and new sponsors come on board and everybody be involved and help me get to where I want to get to, and yeah, support some local talent at Tamworth. Yeah. At first, when I was young, you used to be nervous about it because you're all new to it. So I think if you was getting in the ring to, if you like, have a fight or spar and that, and you wasn't nervous, something wouldn't be quite right in your head. I think that's what I believe anyway. But it's all a learning curve and that. So now I'm older and wiser. I know why we're there and why we're doing it and what we're working on and stuff. But when you're young and that, you're nervous, and I don't know, you don't necessarily, well, I never felt like I'm worried about being put in pain by taking shots and stuff. It was just, I think, the fear of being beat, or maybe it was embarrassing to be like get in there and get sort of beat up or whatever. I'm not really sure, but everybody's different. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody again is different in that. Some people would like to study every inch about their life, about everything they do. But then I feel like as I've got older, I've learned to believe, like I said, like focusing on yourself and that. And so if I know what work I'm putting in the gym and what I'm doing and how I'm eating, and I know what's going on with me. So you have to believe in yourself. So it's good to see who you're boxing, and obviously you can work on certain things and that. But like, if you fully believe in yourself, then you'll do it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think I mean you could go and then not necessarily want to compete, but like the boxing training alone, like you feel so much better after sessions, and it keeps younger people like when I was young, some people I hanged around with, they took like wrong paths in life and ended up in trouble and stuff, but because I was in the gym I was away from that. So it's definitely yeah, I'd advise it to anyone. Yeah, definitely. I think because you're that way in life with your discipline and that, it rubs off onto other things you do in life. Yeah, it just makes the person that you are. I don't know really, it's hard to say. Like, you can have good sessions and bad sessions. There's sessions where you're tired and you don't want to be in the gym because you're tired and you feel crap, but then you'll go and have a great session, and then you could feel really good and up for a session, but then I think because you're in high spirits, you probably do the session and it's not as high as you'd like to think, so it doesn't feel as good. So it all depends, but like you learn loads from sparring, pad work and that. I mean, the amount of training you do, there's such a variety really. I mean, we're swimming a lot, running, different types of runs, strength and conditioning, like I mentioned. It's never ending, so it's good variety in there. So it keeps you, yeah, it keeps you on your toes as such with it, and yeah, it keeps you busy. Ideally, we try to aim for like an 8-week camp. So we train twice a day, really. So you're looking at towards 10 a week. But they're not all absolute grueling, killing sessions. Like some can be, you'll be up in the morning and just do a fasted cardio run, just something not too strenuous and that, and like your early morning swims and that, help making weight and that as well. So it's not all just keep going until you can't walk. But yeah, aiming for 10 a week. I've had 12 as a professional now. 12,
and what's the biggest crowd that you've boxed in front of?
Well, we've had like I boxed the Midlands title a couple of years ago at Warsaw, and because it's a local opposition, there was two. Like, I had a lot of support, he had a lot of support, so it was a good atmosphere. That was a good night. The decision didn't go my way, but it was a good night. We've had sellouts at Villa Park where we tend to box more regular. Yeah, I'm a massive Villa fan since I was a little boy. Season ticket holder today. Yeah, through and through. I think the body. This is my way of thinking now. I think the body is, you naturally jump to conclusions on anything that's going on, and you always think about the worst possible outcome. Just like in your mind, that's just how like your brain's function to work. So you have to just cut out negative thoughts and just think positive and keep telling yourself the positive things are going to happen. You're going to go out there, you are going to win this fight, you're going to win by a country mile, this is going to, like, and you keep doing it and it comes. If you go in thinking about the negative things, then they'll be right in front of you there and it will happen. Got these goals and these dreams and that can't be done without the fans and the support and sponsors I've mentioned. They're all a massive help, and I just can't thank you enough, each and every one of you. I just hope you can keep supporting, come to the shows, enjoy your nights out. Yeah, and it's just good for the boxing, it's good for Tamworth, it's good for me. You have good nights out, and it's just really good. Can't thank you all enough.